Well, what do you guys think about illegal downloading? That's quite popular today.
Well, it's theft. Unfortunately, because of the media and because the record companies didn't act quickly enough, so many, like younger people, think that it's okay, think that music should be free. But if you think about it, like we're recording music, we're taking time and energy to write, record, put our heart and soul into it. So if you download music for free, you're stealing. Having said that, a lot of bands give music away, which is great. If you want to give music away, this kid Jordan is giving one of our tracks away. He asked me about it, I said it's a great idea. Give one away, but then you deserve to be paid. It's what you do. It really is the same thing as just sticking your hand in a cash register and stealing money if you think that downloading music free is an ethical thing to do. But a lot of young kids just don't know that. But that is the reality of it. It's just not ethical. And the person that you're hurting isn't the record company, it's the artist. So the very artist that you love to listen to, if you're downloading their music for free, you're taking money out of their bank.
Yeah. But what do you think about that, Eva?
I agree. But at the same time, I've also been doing my own bands and stuff, and I'll be in it, like on the back of one of our EPs that I put out by myself and paid for it. I created a label, and we have on the back of it, it says, please share this music, So for us, it wasn't about making money per se, it was just more about, getting exposure and just sharing our art with other people. So, I paint too, I give away paintings, and I definitely agree with Mark too, but I can see where bands also just want to get their music out there and just want to
if it's your choice.
If it's your choice.
Right, if your choice, naturally. I would never say don't give away music if you want to give away music. It's a wonderful thing to do. And a lot of times, the music industry is completely flipped over because historically bands would tour to promote their recordings that you would buy. 2008 was the first year that the money earned from touring was higher than the money earned from recording. Now bands need to tour to make money because they're not making as much money from the recording. So sometimes they give away music to then promote their tour, and that's kind of what
merchandise and they make money on merch and
right. Yeah. But that should be the band's choice. It shouldn't be your choice of whether you think it's okay to download music or not. If Eva wants to give away her music, or Jordan wants to give away his music, or I want to give away my music, or Pink wants to give away her music, that's fine. But that's her choice. Other than that, it's piracy, it's stealing, and it's not ethical.
Well, what about Spotify? They say it's like a legal way to listen to music, and I read that Lady Gaga got like $100 when almost 2 million people had listened to Poker Face. I mean, I think that's not much to get like $100 for like for 2 million listeners. So
yeah, no, it's not.
So
that's why Lady Gaga is touring and making money touring. And actually, the first couple of months of her tour, she didn't even make any money because she has a very elaborate stage show, and she wants that elaborate stage show. And again, that's her choice. I think that if you're smart, you don't create a tour and you don't create something that's going to cost you more than you're going to make. But I mean, she's obviously making money now, and she's doing well. And I think that our particular show is a nice balance because it's very elaborate, but it's not. We don't have to have 25 trucks of gear.
Yeah.
But that's also because Alicia Pink is so great that even if she did nothing but just run around the stage, she sells it. She's such a great artist.
A few days back when you guys were playing in Germany and that little accident happened, what did you think when the accident happened? What was going on in your head?
God, it was, she was right in front of me, and it was one of the scariest things I've ever experienced in my life. It was just such a shock, and I don't know, it was just freaky. It was weird, and I think we were all just kind of in shock. Didn't really know what was going on. You saw it. you did too?
I felt exactly the same way. I just immediately, I just felt this sense of panic because I saw that she wasn't clipped in, and I saw her start to get dragged, and I heard her say, no, stop. But the computer apparently has a 2-second delay. So even if the computer engineer who's operating that device stops it takes 2 seconds to stop. Well, that was 2 seconds, dragged her. She tripped on the light. She fell into the and she fell into the space between the stage and the barricade, and right into the barricade. And I thought she hit her head, so I couldn't exactly see where she fell. So I immediately thought, oh my God. But then I heard her going, oh, and she was cussing. She was upset. And then she hobbles onto the stage and apologizes to the audience. I mean, that was the most amazing, cool thing. I couldn't believe that. And I've told all my friends, because I've had, obviously, probably all of us have probably had hundreds of people emailing and calling, what happened to Alicia? What happened? Is she okay? And I just say, man, any mere mortal, like if it were me and I'd fallen off the stage, I'd have a bunch of broken bones and a concussion. I'd be in the hospital. The next day we're doing a gig. So what can you say? She's so fit. She's in such good shape from everything she's been doing that she's just really damn lucky. And to see Carrie just streamed out there. And Carrie's broken every bone in his body, so he was a good person to sort of help her through it, I think.
She bounced right back. I mean, we did a gig the next night, and I think she was a little sore, but aside from that, you wouldn't have even known. I mean, she's running around stage, and it's like nothing ever happened.
She's a freaking animal, man. She's she's all that. She really is amazing.
It really was just a freak accident, though.
It was.
It was. Freak.
It would never happen again. It would just one of the components was turned upside down, and it was just. Like, we did the show for the first time yesterday with So What? Since the accident, everybody's really nervous, but afterwards even Alicia said, it'll never happen again, because it won't, because now we're extra cautious. Wow. But it was scary, man, because, on one hand, I mean, we all love each other, we all love her, so my first thought is it's like seeing anybody you care about getting hurt, you're like, oh, and it was just, it happened so, I don't know. It happened, but in one hand, it was kind of in slow motion to me, too. Like, I could see her getting dragged across the stage, and I don't know. Scary.